This is St Mary's Church in Eccles, and we're here in search of the graveyard that is mentioned in a few other places. It says such and such buried here, but their son is buried in Eccles Parish Church, and this is it. So let's see if there's anything left. St Mary's Parish Church, did I say that? If not, I just have. The oldest building in Eccles, with the remains of a Norman church. That Norman guy built a lot of churches. I'm assuming that a lot of the graveyard is now under buildings like that one over there. And yeah, these bits here look quite old, so I'm guessing the graveyard used to be to the right of the church. Let's see if we can find any evidence of it, and then we'll go home and look at the old maps. How's that for a plan? And there's some evidence of something. What does that say? Can we see if it says anything? Alright, it's not a grave slab, which is what we thought. It says this school was built by subscription on a plot of ground given by, what does that say? William something, Esquire. There you are. So it's not a grave slab. I'll shut up now. It is a really, really nice building. This will be the shortest episode of Places for the Past ever, because I don't think there's actually a graveyard here. But the church is worth a wee look, I think you'll agree. And if you don't, well, whatever. I think it's worth a wee look anyway. Oh, and this is nestled away in the corner. It's quite a nice cross. John Marsland Bennett of Buell Hill. Buell Hill is actually a place not far away. He died 1883. Alright, so this is a grave marker. Down as far as their sixth son, down the bottom there. Oh yeah, here's a bit of paving that is potentially quite old. Let's have a look. Here was buried the body of James something something blah blah blah. Date. Come on. Can't see. Can you see a date on that? I can't. Oh yeah, 1786. Look at that. The 6 just makes it onto the slab, and then son. There's a bit missing there, I think. Oh, back as far as 1720. So that is quite an old slab. Moving along to the next old slab. That's not quite so easy to see, is it? And there's people wandering who I am talking to. These glasses do make you look a bit mad. Right, and this one says in memory of Thomas Wedstone of dunno, Chesham, no idea. 1841, age 70, and then 1835, aged 66. That's not 166, that is 66. Something a monumental stone. Hang on, let's. I'll get this sorted out and I'll get back to you. How's that for a plan? It says, blame not the monumental stone that we. I can't see that we raised. I don't know. I don't really have time to go about this, and the people are now really wondering what the hell I'm up to. I just had to explain that my glasses are, recording. Anyway, the here resteth the body of Elizabeth, the wife of Ralphie Robinson, so that's an S, late of Curly, I don't know what that says, Curly E something anywhere, who was interred in the year, oh wow, look at that, 1688, aged 94. 94 years old in 1688, that was what they call a good age. Oh, and a bit further down that same stone, also John Seddon of Outwood, uncle to the above, who departed this life January 15th, what did I say, oh it's 1814 I think, so yeah, this is a really quite old stone, I like it. And that is probably one of the oldest ones, but it's got nothing written on it. And then there's a stump from a raised cross, and then another stump from a raised cross, and then hopefully some more really old stuff. Let's find out. Here interred the body of John Smith, bachelor. Oh, lucky man. Who was, what's that say? Right, again, I'll figure this out and I'll get back to you. You're seeing this as I'm seeing it, so I'm making it up as I go along, like I usually do. Right, this is a big cheese, which is why there's so many words, but it says, here lies interred the body of John Smith, Bachelor on Arts, it says an N, not of, Bachelor in Arts, Schoolmaster, Registrar and Parish Clerk of Eccles, deceased the 16th day of November, Anno Domini 16... Well, I can't actually read that number there, but certainly 1656, I think. So yeah, this is great. This is such a good idea. I'm supposed to be working just now, and I'm very clearly not. Here resteth the body of William Hawthorne, blacksmith of Worsley. That's this F is an S, confusing me. Worsley is another place that's not far from here. Buried the 19th day of March 1671. Excellent. Right, this one's going to be really easy to read. You notice it's all getting done in one take as well. You impressed? Here resteth the bodies of Richard Goodwin of Barton, yeoman, who was buried in December the 13th day, Anno Domini 1672, and also Elizabeth, his wife, who was buried on the 10th, with the, up there, day of June, Anno Domini 1672. Alright, so she was buried in the 10th day of June, and he was buried on, what did we say? Can't remember. December the 13th. Right, so yeah, he died within a short time of each other. Also buried under resteth. That S is even more. So that's supposed to be an ST, resteth, but it's not the same as that. Don't know, anyway. Resteth the body of Alice, the daughter of Richard Golden of Pendleton. I know these places. I should really put my brain into gear before I start speaking. Right, okay, you can read the rest of that yourself. But 1696 is the important bit. And next, this is a vicar from the 1890s, and Emily, his wife, and blah blah blah. Right, and then I'm doing all this and I'm still going. These glasses are going to conk out at some point soon. 1837. And then the only gravestone I've found that is standing up, John Shaw of Eccles, who departed this life January 31st, 1895, aged 62. And finally, because actually there's more over there, I better get a bend on actually, because I've got work to do. That is the base of a cross which is gone, who was 1849. So if all these crosses have gone, I wonder how that one is still allowed to stand up. Let's have a look. Here resteth the body of Joshua Halsworth of, I can't see, Knott, whatever, or Knott Mill, who died 1764. This is so cool. We don't usually find this many old ones all in one place. And there's another slab there that's got nothing written on it. It looks like it might be quite old, and this one here, you can't see much, but it does say 1660 something there, so yeah. This one's cool, and I'm going to try and not make a complete mess of the last bit of it, which you're seeing at the moment because I'm standing on it. But that is body of John Pierston of Barrion, who died 1782, aged 75, blah blah blah, and then lots of family members, 17, sorry, no, hang on, no, 18th, February 18th, 1755. I should really get my brain in gear before I talk. Look at this bit down at the bottom. A pale consumption gave the fatal blow. The stroke was certain, but the effect was slow. With wasting pain, death found me long oppressed. Bade my sighs and kindly brought me rest. I don't know what that word there is. I'm going to say bade, but it looks, or paid my sighs, or paid in sighs and kindly brought. I have no idea. You can see it there for yourself. You can see what it says. And right next door to that one is here resteth the body of blah 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 blah. I'm not going to bore you, you can read all that yourself. But again, at the bottom, and I'll probably get this wrong as well. You Christians all who look on me, behold, I am at rest, and those who live and died like me forever shall be blessed. There you are. It's not just that here resteth. I was to my mother as a rose. What does I say? I was to my mother as a rose, a comfort sweet and good, but death, you see, did call for me and nip me in the bud. Bud and good don't really rhyme, but you get the idea. There was an episode here, there may well be. Here resteth the body of Anne, wife of John, when's that from? Oh, 1776, again in the 1700s. And round this side, we're just going to keep going now till we get. There's lots of people here sitting having a wee drinky in the park. It's not the most salubrious of areas I may have mentioned, but they're all definitely wondering what I'm up to. Right, so we're heading round the other side of the church, obviously, as you can see for yourself. There's a king and a queen, and there is a water spouty, gargoyle-y thing, and yeah, what an amazing building. Right, I think this might be the last two from what I've seen so far, but there may be more. If there's more, I will obviously give her about them as well. Right, take two, or take three actually. Here lies the body of Samuel, something I can't really read, who was buried November 16th, 1737. And then in much bigger font, an affectionate remembrance of Anne Evans, the beloved daughter of Joseph and Sarah Evans of Patricroft, who departed this life in 1872. Right, precious memories. Oh right, 1967, 2014. I don't know how he's allowed to be this close to the church. No idea. If I'd come in by the front gate, I would have seen that consecrated ground. So yeah, there is still a graveyard under there. There's just no stones on top. Right, last wee interesting bit about Eccles, which as you can see from the buildings is not a hugely interesting place, well, apart from the church. We're going to head up and see somewhere with a bit of a backstory. What I've brought you up here to see is now the car park for the railway station and the motorway. But in the 19th century it was a graveyard, so there's absolutely no sign of that left to see, but it was here, so there, that's interesting or not, depending on your point of view.